Welcome to the Tomb of Illumination, another world first video for everybody out there. Have you ever asked the question why the male has the Y and the X chromosome and the female only has the double X? Google it. I only seem to get a result, an effect. I don't get the cause. Why initially does the man have a Y and an X? And the woman only has the X? Well, it takes a flat earther to figure all this stuff out, because that's the only way you'll get ahead in life, is to understand the flat earth model. And it's one of many firsts I've discovered. So this video is regarding that discovery. So because I understand the flat earth model fully, if you look down on earth it looks a bit like that. If you can imagine it, you use your imagination because it's all metaphysical anyway. Centre northern hemisphere. It's compacted, because it's the centre of a toroidal field. It expands out, so the outer field gets bigger and bigger, and we all expand with the field as we go south. So all travel north, east and west between the arcs of longitude are all relative to the observer. So it's basically they're all parallel, because you're swelling, expanding with the field. Okay? That's how it works. Then you take a slice through the middle and look at this cross section. You've got the south all the way around the outer perimeter. You've got the north on the inside, and we have the tropical gap. Now, if your Freemason controlled science fraternity wanted to tell you the truth, they would describe these two areas here, the tropics of Cancer and Capricorn, as capacitor plates, and they're dielectric up through here. Okay? This is where the electromagnetism is created between the two fields. This is the Earth's energy being created in the tropical gap. This is where we're led to believe the sun is, but that's an image of the sun. That's one aspect of it. Okay? If you want to learn a lot more about this, you just have to go back and check out more of my videos. But anyway, you've got a north North Pole here and a South Pole. Well, we have two ends of the Milky Way. One end of the Milky Way comes out of here over to the centre to feed the plasma, similar to the tokamak. What they're trying to do is nuclear fusion. In Earth's case, it's cold fusion. Comes up over here to the plasma sun, and the other end of the Milky Way comes out of here. So there's a female end and a male end. The male end is represented by the Mercury on this side of the sun, and Venus, the female, on this side of the sun. Okay? So you picture the Milky Way like this. There's a big bulge. You could come back again for the... Well, in here you basically got the black hole and the sun on its horizon behind it. Well, that would be a day side image, but this is the night side image. That's why we see this bulge here, because it's the back of the sun. The back of the sun would be there like that. The black hole's on the other side because it's being amplified out, creating daylight on the other side of the world. So we have a female end and a male end. We've got Mercury here and Venus there, male, female. Well, this male end here is electromagnetism created between the North and the South Pole. North and South Pole capacitor plates. It's the X and Y chromosome. This is the X, this is the Y. Alright. In this case, it's Y and X. Which is a bit confusing, because the female is actually in here, which should be the X chromosome. The stronger force in the centre of the Arctic is you've got to look at this in several ways, okay? The centre this field in here is a stronger field than out here. It's more widely dispersed out here, but it's the same energy compacted in there. So this is the weaker force. This is the male force. Weak force is the female force, male and female. The two aspects of nature. It all breaks down, but it's always male and female. So you've got to realise that at the same time. But because this vortex is in there, it's not attached to our realm. It's our realm there. But in explaining this XY, you have to go back to this system of the female being in the centre Arctic. Okay? So she is the x-axis. Look, two north poles. Well, north on both sides. I mean, it's in the centre here. But everything's about polarities. One this way, one this way. Usually the sun on one side, moon on the other. So you look at it this way, two sides, they're both X, they're both the North Pole. That's the female end. But in the southern out here, for the male end, you have the north and the south. You've got the both poles. Okay? To create the electromagnetism. So the female is the magnetism, while the male is basically the electromagnetism. Electromagnetism, okay? The energy that's created here. So you could say the female came first because the magnetic field flows like this along the ground, up this way, back down there, and back up to the centre. That's the infinity symbol. The 8, the S, the snake, wherever you want to see it. But it's but in the beginning it was random. It wasn't flowing. It cannot flow till you get the other half, till the male half. So really they came together. But the one doing all the work is the magnetism. All that way, you know. But just in here is where the male is formed. You understand that? The electromagnetic energy. That's the male end of the Milky Way. There's another world first, okay? Only through understanding the flat earth model. If you want to understand, view a lot of other firsts I've made, check out my earlier videos. So it's just understanding the flat earth model is what everyone has to understand to get on a higher frequency. Understand the meaning to life. There's another one of my discoveries, knowing that the southern hemisphere revolves around the centre northern hemisphere, all the star trails. One complete 360 rotation around the centre, because it's all mirrored out from the centre. As that does one 360 rotation, this does one entire revolution in one rotation. Okay, so there it is, guys. That's how you know. You try and explain that to the average common man out there in the public who's been indoctrinated all his life. How do you explain this? So you people with good vocabularies and can narrate a story better than me, you should go forth and do that. Here's another image of the flat earth system here. Okay, the tropical gap where the energy is created between there feeds back into the plasma sun, this end of the Milky Way, and then you got the up field coming up off the Arctic, the female. See the female shape there? Cold spiraling up to the room temperature plasma sun, spirals up, wouldn't it? Okay, and this spirals over into there. It's all cold, nothing hot up here, nothing hot here, room temperature sun. These freezing temperatures, we're going to race to the warm, or be drawn to the warm plasma. Okay, that's how it feeds our sun. And we get an image at this end of the Milky Way. That's the image we see. It's just an image. It's not the true sun. True plasma is invisible anyway. Okay, but we don't really see it up there either. We see it down here on man's arc of horizon, this individual arc of perspective. It's all to do with your eyeballs receiving the frequencies of creation. We're all looking out around us, looking out like we are the center of creation, as though we were right back here in the center of creation. Anyway, that's why man is a Y and an X chromosome. And you know, the elites know this. They run Hollywood, and they showed this in the movie Back to the Future. Back to the Future, the flux capacitor. What are these? Capacitor plates, the metaphysical capacitor plates. Flux, magnetic flux. Then you've got the Y. The reading came up on the shape of the Y shape. The Y, the male, in there. But the deep secret is the 88. The guy had to get up to 88 miles per hour. What does 88 cycles? Mercury, the male, on the male side of the Milky Way, does 88 cycles before the sun laps it. That's how it works on the flat earth system. Nothing is faster than the sun. The sun is quickest on the inside track. So everything goes around, but if the sun's right in the middle just doing its little track in there, it's going to be faster, and it's going to come around and catch the other planets and lap them. So they're all going together, but it takes 88 Mercury laps for the sun to finally catch up and lap it. Okay? Same with all the other planets. Different times, of course, but that's how it works. The sun catches them. So it's shown in that video. That's 99.999% proof that they know this flat earth system, because that cannot be described with a globe. The magnetic fields do not work in their system, because the magnetic field in their ball crosses over their ball to get to the north. But the magnetic field does not cross the tropics. It builds up here on the capacitor plates and creates the energy. Okay, the dielectric zone in here. That's where the electromagnetic induction is created to feed back into the Milky Way. There it is. Spread the word. Share. They are all lying to you. You're living in a world of complete BS. You're slaves to their corporation, the Freemasons. Okay? Thanks for watching. Or if you like this sort of thing, feel free to sign up to my Patreon. It's like getting blood out of stone when I share information, world first information to people. Funny that. But yeah, help support me. I can give you more information, but you want to jump on board, jump on my Patreon to get this sort of stuff. Don't forget to put a likes up and share. Thank you. Cheers. Did I mention subscribe?